Good afternoon. Happy Aloha Wednesday. By the time you're seeing this, it's probably Thursday, but either way, let's get going. I hope you're having a great day. All right, weekly stats. We got some good stuff to report here. New listings from last week, they're up by just under 11%. Now, we've gradually had an increase in new listings. Great news for us buyers. Anyways, pendings are up now from last week. It is up triple from last week because we were in the negatives. So this would maybe push the market a bit more into the seller's market if everything closed and was kosher. Now, what I also want to point out here is that the number of homes coming back onto the market also increased by 28% over the past week. So, of course, I wouldn't get my hopes up because I'm sure there are 5 to 10 other people who will gladly step in and put the home back into pending status. Once again, pending means that the home has an accepted offer on there. Now, if all goes well with all of these homes, we should see an increase in the number of sold homes in about 30 to 45 days because that's about our typical cycle. So rentals, they're up by about 5%. I do want to do a quick shout out to one of my clients who is coming out ahead on her property, which she purchased last July during the pandemic. She wasn't scared. She is renting her 2-bedroom in Kapolei for $3,000 a month. $3,000. Way to go. I love seeing my clients' portfolios in the green. This gives me the most happiness. All right, so now over this past week, actually several weeks, I've been thinking, and I had an aha moment. So for my little discussion, what I have noticed with our market is that yes, hands down, the number of homes that are on the market overall has a decrease from more recent years past. It's no brainer there. The nationwide has had a decrease. However, in a larger picture, as shown here, there are significant more homes for sale than normal. Look, this goes all the way back to 2000. So at the end of the day, what has changed? This is what's changed, and it is quite a significant change. It is the barrier to entry that is larger, especially for out here where our median price point for a single family home is $950,000 on the dot. Now, in the past, many people, and I am a walking example of it, was able to buy a home with absolutely $0 down. $0. Now, in this market today, though, for the most part, and of course there are nuances to this, that is not going to happen. That right there is an unrealistic expectation for right now. Currently, buyers are coming to the table with anywhere from like $10,000 to $350,000. They are prepared to come to the table with that. Or there's all cash offers, and that I've seen up to $7 million cash offer. And this is just to get that accepted offer to get into a home. So with this information, I would reduce the emphasis, just like, I know I've talked a lot about a lack of inventory, but what I want to do is check myself and check that notion that reduce the emphasis of a lack of inventory and increase the emphasis on strengthening the position of yourself as a buyer and myself as a buyer, whoever it is. So naturally, the first thing that I would be wondering is, well, what's my ROI? I'm coming to the table with significant money, a sum of cash. What am I getting myself into? Well, this is what I would say. Take a look at Hawaii's history of the market or whatever market you're in and start with looking at the resale values over 3, 5, 10, 15, whatever it is. Look at the rental values or whatever the name of your game is. Take a look at the history of that so you can properly create an expectation for your future self. So then if you look at the purchase price, I want to point out here now, if you actually look at the purchase price and you start looking at what your monthly payments are, technically owning a home now has never been cheaper. Only the barrier to entry has changed. That's it. The barrier to entry to home ownership in this time period has changed. So I highly suggest What that means is you, me, we all need to change our approaches as a buyer in a residential market. There are deals out there. If I can make a blank statement, it's not in the residential market as it sits right now. I hope you guys have a great week. Take care.